Welcome to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. Are you a goofball that loves Giants football? If so, sit back and relax as we talk about the team that both excites and frustrates us so much. And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
I'm Rob. Let's get this show on the road.
Well, it's not on the road anymore. I'm back home.
Well, it could be on the road. You just want to go home.
I was on the road all day today. I left at like 9:30 in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock, the latest. Can't remember the exact time I left. And I didn't get home till 7:30. So it's been a brutal day with traffic all throughout Georgia and Ocala, Florida. For some reason, like nobody lives there.
Say it's like Christmas or something. Everyone's just traveling.
It's like Christmas. I didn't think at that part when I went to plan the trip, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
On the plus side, the temperature has gone 30 degrees higher than what it was yesterday for me. So,
ooh,
which is crazy. It's like if you think about it, with no traffic, it's like a 7.5, 8-hour drive, and it's a 30-degree difference. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Like that's ridiculous. Like that's like think of it like for those of y'all in like New York City area going down to what is it like the southern part of Virginia? Is that the difference basically?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like that's insane. That's not supposed to be that.
Yeah.
Oh well, is what it is. All right, guys, we got a lot of stuff to go over. We got to go over all the Giants news here. There's a lot of news stemming from yesterday's big loss we had, which, you know, the fact we lost isn't news because that's, you know, typical. We have to go over latest injuries, though. We got a couple of quotes from some players as well about the future. We also got a weird thing about somebody on the sidelines who's usually not. We don't know why. And then, of course, we have to go over our Week 16 recap. And because we're going right into Week 17 here, and like we told you guys on the episode we did yesterday, there's no episode coming Wednesday because obviously it's Christmas. We're going to spend time with family. We think you all should as well. Sorry, I know some people don't like the family, but you have to spend time with them occasionally. But we're going to do that Wednesday. So we're going to do Thursday and Friday for the episodes instead of the usual Wednesday, Thursday. So same bad time, same bad station, just different day. So let's get right into the news here, guys, for you here, because the first thing is it's not a Giants episode here without talking about injuries, because that's what we have: injuries, and more injuries. That's what we do. We're all about the injuries. Every time you turn, there's a new injury. It is. We haven't done the turnaround thing in a while. I figured how to do it. But so you got 3 new injuries to discuss here. So first, quarterback Drew Lock had an MRI today on his throwing shoulder, so we don't know what's going on as far as him next week. So maybe I bit off more than I can chew by saying that Tim Boyle should be the starter. He might be. I mean, I don't know. I think they would probably go back to DeVito at that point, right? I mean,
I would have to assume so.
Even yesterday, DeVito was technically the backup, even though they rushed him off of concussion protocol to be the backup for some reason. I would just sat him out anyway. Let Boyle be the backup and call it a day, but that's not what they did. Brian Daboll was asked about Drew Lock. He just said, we'll see where he's at after today. And that's short and simple, as sweet as it gets to. So we'll have to find out. Other injuries he mentioned. Micah McFadden suffered a stinger. And you got aggravated ankle injuries that they're already nursing for both running back Tyrone Tracy Jr. and center John Michael Schmitz. So might be a few people out for next week. The way things are going, just shut it down. Shut it down. Like, can we just skip the games and just take the losses? Like, is there a white flag option on the NFL season?
Yeah. Just give them 40 points. It's fine. Call it.
I feel like there should be. There should be some kind of white flag option.
Yeah. We'll forfeit 35 points, give it to the offense, and call it a day.
Yeah, like we're just gonna move on. Like the season's over. We got the first pick. We wanted.
Yeah. We're
gonna move on and start evaluating players. Get a head jump on the free agency time period. It's okay. But yeah, like I said, injuries keep piling up, guys. And that's the big thing why people are saying that they think we're tanking. But in the end, it's just that's how bad the injuries have gotten. And this is why I say every single year, like I'm very, very careful on how I word this because the guy's been around since the dawn of time. But maybe it's time for Ronnie Barnes to go. The guy's been the athletic trainer for literally all 4 Super Bowls, guys. He's been around forever. And great career. I'm not trying to disrespect the man. But he's been a head trainer since 1980, guys. 44 years. And what's been the constant we've had the last
ACL.
You can't fix it that, but I mean, we have had nonstop injuries left and right. I'm just saying, maybe it's time. This is one of the guys I mentioned when I say we should have a athletic czar, so to speak. Sorry, athletic czar, but a football czar, so to speak, because the athletic trainer has been with us for 44 years.
Twice as long as some of the players have been alive.
Right, great guy by all accounts. He's literally there's a historicalness to him as well because the guy is the first black athletic trainer ever in the NFL. So like a lot of respect to the man because he's been around for 4 Super Bowls. You know, he was the first. I mean, there's things to that. You know what I mean? Like, but it comes to a point where you go, okay, I get it. George Washington was the first president. We're not going to vote him back in. He's been dead for a while. Like, saying, like, you know, it's time to move on sometimes. And with all the injuries we've had year after year, and I'm not trying to blame Ronnie Barnes. I'm just saying what I've been saying all along, guys. It's time to clean house. It's time because things have to change, and things can't change without change.
Yeah, new personality.
It's a very key part of change is change. So. All right, we got Mike here in the chat says, "Hey guys, hey, what's up, Mike?"
Hey.
And Dakota said, "What up, noobs? Noobs."
Wait, what?
Been watching the show how long, Dakota? Noobs.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 years in, now you're calling us noobs?
Seriously, wow. But he makes up for it by doing a little David Bowie. Changes.
Turn down
franchise around with the quarterback. It's got to go. It's got to go. All righty. Let's get into the next topic here, guys. Andrew Thomas in the news. We haven't heard from him in a while. He hasn't played in a while, but saying better days are coming. Better days are coming for the Giants. But listen, guys, let me just be the first to assure you, it's hard for that not to be true.
Yeah.
Let's be very frank. Like, we're going to finish the season, and I can't believe I'm saying it this way, hopefully with 2 wins. Hopefully with 2 wins. So... not much further down to go unless you're going to have 1 or none.
I was about to say, you could have no wins.
Yeah, but there's not much further to go. So this is the exact quote he was interviewed. The New York Post interviewed him. He said, "You'll always have to feel like we're going to turn it around. If you have a negative mindset, you'll never overcome. I'm trying to be as positive as I can, having this season-ending injury, but I think we have a good collective group of young players that can play well. It's going to take some time, but I think we'll get there." Okay. I'll take that. I don't want him negative. Like, I don't want people negative in the locker room. Don't get me wrong. Like, listen, there's a lot of, when negativity happens, there's a lot of content Rob and I can pump out really quick. Let's be very frank. Like, we're not going to front the fact that it's easy for us when we're really good or really bad. Like, either one of them makes our jobs easier to a certain degree. I still want the good. I don't care what makes it easier for me and Rob as far as that. I want to win because I'm a Giant fan first. And so I'm glad he has some positivity to him, but it's also like realistic positivity. Like, he's not like, oh, we're fine. We're going to be great. We're going to turn around next year with the same roster and win the Super Bowl. Like, he just said, you always have to feel like we're going to turn it around. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Hard to go into a game going, we suck, we're going to lose. Which, let's be frank, is probably how they're going into games at this point.
Probably.
Not to be a jerk about it, but it's probably,
Week 17, 2 wins, we suck.
Yeah, exactly. He was also asked about the injury. He said, "It's frustrating. Obviously, I want to be out there and help my team. I think I'm a bigger part of this team. And when I'm out there, when I'm not out there, it hurts. I've dealt with foot surgeries before. The biggest thing is just not rushing. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely right. He's a big part of the team. I mean, look at the difference when he went down. Offensive line, complete changeover, He was also asked about the offensive line. He said, when we're all healthy, I thought we were playing better. I thought that's the best football we've played up front in a while. So hopefully next year we can stay healthy and continue to build that continuity. And I'm 100% there with him. 100.
101.
Okay, Mr. Monkey. But that is like, we talked about that in the first couple of games. Like, this was the best we saw this offensive line play in a while the first couple of games this season.
At least a decade.
Absolutely. Like, Jermaine Illuminor and Andrew Thomas were great bookends at that point. Greg Van Roten and John Runyon Jr. were at least being adequate. And then you had JMS, who was at least improving from last year, though he, let's be honest, still left a little to be desired based on how he was playing, but still an improvement from last year. I'll take it. If we can get that next year, if they all get healthy and stay healthy, I'll be very happy. I'll take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Keywords right there. If they can stay healthy.
If because the key words, like you said, is I've dealt with foot surgeries before. You're young, dude. You should be having multiple foot surgeries. Oh my gosh. It's not good. It's not good. All right. Let's talk about Santa Jones. Santa Jones, there he is. You thought we were done talking about Daniel Jones, didn't you? Nope. Daniel Jones is like the ghost of Christmas past. Here he is back again. Come here and know me better, man. But yeah, Jordan Ronan broke the news last week. Daniel Jones, he said Daniel Jones with a classy move. He may not be the Giants QB anymore, but he sent all the offensive linemen who were on the roster with him a limited edition bottle of Clase Azul. Now, obviously, Jones was benched and released by the Giants last month. He's on the practice squad with the Vikings now. Guys, that if you don't know what that is, that's a very, very expensive bottle of tequila. Tequila. I've always wanted to do it at a karaoke bar. I think it'd be hilarious. This song.
Yeah.
It's like literally just say tequila twice and that's it. It's like a 6-minute song.
Tequila.
Someone did that in America's Got Talent. I
was about to say.
And that's what gave me the idea. Like, I'm not going to front and say it was my idea, but it was hilarious. But yeah, guys, I looked it up to see how much this bottle costs because I'll be very frank with you guys. I am the $20 and under bottle kind of guy, mostly because I'm broke and also because, quite frankly, I think it's a ridiculous waste of money to spend this kind of money on a bottle. But I didn't see anything specific. Here's a limited edition one. But they had a whole bunch of fancy ones, and some of them were a few thousand, all the way up to about $30,000 for
Wolf.
So yeah, this was a very, very expensive. Maybe save that until the Giants have a winning season, guys. Okay, you might be letting it age a few more years, but it'll get better with time. It's alcohol; it doesn't go bad. It's okay. But again, it's a very classy move by DJ. I mean, he didn't have to do that. He could just say, "I'm gone. I moved on. I'm done." I don't think everybody would do that in his boat.
No.
Yeah.
It was a very classy move, and I'm sure he's going to catch some heat for doing, being a nice guy. But kudos to him.
It's kind of a thing that quarterbacks give the offensive lineman a present at Christmas time, and let's be honest,
save my ass, please.
Who is going to do? But I'm saying, who's going to do it now for the Giants? Is Drew Lock? Is Tommy DeVito? Like, this was a very classy move, and Deb's
he
here.
Spent Danny DeVito's Tommy DeVito's he spent Tommy DeVito's salary on booze for the line.
Deb says, and there are people ragging on Jones for that. It's ridiculous. Listen, we've talked about it before. Jones was a bad quarterback for the Giants, absolutely, no doubt about it. But as much as he should be remembered as a bad quarterback, he should be remembered as a class act. Because that's what he 100%. Was his entire Giants career. Fought like hell to be as good as he can be. just didn't have the ability. You know, he's like that short kid, like stretching at the roller coaster ride, trying to get tall enough to ride the ride. Like
Yeah.
he just couldn't do it. It doesn't mean he wasn't trying. It doesn't mean he didn't do everything else right in the process, including this, which is probably his final Giants move. So we'll give him kudos on this show because it's a classy move at that point. You know, he still wanted to thank the people that in his eyes helped him while he was with, you know, the Giants. You know, and that's what you do. That's what you do. I mean, one of them gave, I forget who it was, one of them gave like brand new cars to all the offensive linemen. I was like, what? Oh, you know, it was Brock Purdy. That's who it was. And I'm thinking, like, these guys make more money than you. What are you doing? Like,
yes, but say,
like he got them all like brand new Toyotas. It was like there's Sequoias and Tundras and all in there, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
so was he on the commercial?
Serious? I gotta wonder if he got sponsored by a Toyota dealer for that or something like that. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all. Because you figure if he's giving 10 of them away, he's giving about $500,000 worth of stuff out. He'd have to do some kind of work to get that $500,000. That is his annual salary. And he's still got to afford an apartment in San Francisco that he shares with somebody else, from what I heard.
His mom.
Probably making cutlets. He's the DeVito of the West Coast.
Goobly gabbly goo.
All right, let's talk about the oddest news coming out of this Falcons matchup we just came out of yesterday. And that's Brandon Brown on the sidelines, which is not usually where the assistant GM is. Now, I didn't hear him mention too much of this, but I can tell you this. Joe Shane was also on the sidelines at times during the game. But that was more like pregame and stuff like that, which is, you know, you'll see that kind of thing occasionally. But usually during the game, the GM and the assistant GM is in one of the lounges for the executives in you know, one of those luxury suite kind of deals there. And instead, Brandon Brown was on the sidelines. He was even talking to the quarterbacks at one point, talking to Tommy DeVito and Tim Boyle. Very, very weird.
Interesting.
And it makes you wonder if something's up. Now, Daboll was asked about a post-game. He said, it's not because of strategy, which is, first off, that's it. Why would you even say that? Like, did someone actually you think that we thought that Brandon Brown was calling plays or something? I mean, he can't do worse, but I mean, I don't think anybody's accusing of that scenario going on. But he went on to say, if we're on the road game and the front office doesn't have a box, then they come down on the sideline, which has happened. I'd say a number of times. They go down and watch the game from the sideline instead of up in the box. That's what they're doing, watching the game. Now, I'm calling flat out BS on this, guys. Flat out utter BS, because here's why. Listen to what he said. If we're on the road game and the front office doesn't have a box, what road game does the front office not get a box?
Yeah.
That never happens. Then you throw into that and he goes, they go down and watch the game from the sideline instead of up in the box. He said that in the same saying. So they have a box. They didn't have a box. Which one do they have? A box? No box?
What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
It's a mystery box. It could be anything. It could be a boat. Anybody gets the Family Guy reference? You're cool. But I guess it's just crazy to me, and you gotta wonder. You know what this almost reeks of? And listen, guys. I have no inside knowledge on what the thing is. So I'm not trying to say that I do, but you know what it reminds me of? Remember last year they're talking about how Joe Shane was actually radioed into the conversation between Daboll and the coaches because of all the issues. I wonder, is there like another HR complaint with Brian Daboll? Like, ooh, is that what's going on? And that's why he was getting all defensive and upset about it? Because that's not normal, guys. No. Especially the assistant GM. It's not even the GM. It's the assistant GM. Not to demean the position. It's still a very important position. I'm just saying, you don't ever see that. It's just, you don't. And I don't get it. Like, and then the secretiveness, the hiding of it makes me think even more that something's going on that we're not supposed to know. As if nobody's going to notice. We're looking for every detail talking about this crappy season. Let's be honest, guys. Calling it like it is. But, I mean, am I crazy, Rob? Can you think of any reason why this guy would be on the sidelines talking to players and everything during the game? He's not doing contract negotiations during the game.
Yeah. Do you want to play next year? You want to play for us next year? Yeah. No. It's there's some kind of stench to this, and it's not fresh, if you will.
Fresh pile, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, craziness. So we'll keep you guys updated. As we hear more, we will definitely let you guys know. Because I'm sure that'll break some way, somehow, eventually one day. Who knows when. Next up, we gotta ask, why is Evan Neal still a tackle? We gotta bring it up, guys, because this is something we've been talking about. We talked about this like 2 years ago, I feel like, that the Giants should try this guy out at guard. Yeah, here he is. Year 3, stinking it up again at the tackle position. I don't know if you guys saw when he tried to go at the edge rusher against the Falcons until he missed, and the guy just went around him. Like, it was the tape is not good, guys. The tape is not good, and there's a reason the tape is not good, because the player is not good, and I feel like I'm not willing to give up completely on him, because let's be honest. We're going to have to probably hold on to him for another year because the contract situation, it is what it is. But I feel like, why not give him a chance at guard? You know, like, why not? Like, what do we have to lose at this point here? You know,
yeah, it's at this point, like you said, we've already proven through this year that he was not a good tackle for us.
No,
just move him over. Move him over.
And you know what the scary thing is? So if you look at his PFF numbers, and again, guys, I don't look at PFF as the end-all to be-all, but it's a good thing to look at for stats for linemen, because let's be frank, there's not much stats really on linemen. You know, they gave him a 64.2 grade overall. His run blocking grade is 87.4, which is damn good, by the way. Here's the problem: his pass blocking is 49.3. 99th out of the 133 tackles that have qualified for a PFF grade. That's not good when you're the 7th overall pick, and you got 2/3 of the tackles doing better than you at anything. I mean, he's 5th in the league at run blocking. So listen, I'm actually kind of shocked by that. I didn't expect that at all. But that pass blocking, listen, it's a passing league. If you can't pass block at the right tackle position, I mean, if anything, this actually wants me to try him out at guard even more, because you can get away with a bad pass block from the guard position much easier than you can from the tackle position, because there's somebody else on the edge helping you, if not 2 people, depending where the tight end is. If not 3 people, depending on what side the running back is at. I mean,
touche.
Don't get as much help when you're the tackle. You are many times the last line of defense. And if the last line of defense is Evan Neal,
it's not a good look.
Not the last line of defense you want, guys. Not the one you want. But again, I think that you put him at that position at guard and let him do what he does do well, which is run block. Why not? I mean, Greg Van Roten's a free agent of the year, guys. And let's be honest, he's somebody we signed last minute because we couldn't find anybody else. Like, again, not trying to be a jerk about it, but I'm just being honest. That's where we're at with him, you know. But he's allowed 4 QB hits, he's allowed 2 sacks, he's given up 14 pressures. You know, that's not good, guys. Especially when you look at the guy didn't even play the whole entire season.
No.
Like, that's that. You look at that numbers and you go, okay, is that the whole season? No, not at all. He's played in 8 games. 8 games.
Terrible 8 games.
He's 68th in total pressures allowed when he played half the year. That's bad.
It's real bad.
So yeah, guys, it's time. It's time. And I don't understand why they're not. I really don't get it. And I think if I don't see that this off season, then I think there's a major issue. And the fact that I don't see it this season, it's one of the things that solidifies the fact this coaching staff has to go. Ironically enough, I want to keep Carmen Brasillo if we go ahead and make the coaching change. I like him. I like the work he's done overall. I don't know if he's the one who stopped, this from happening, or if Daboll did, or Evan Neal just freaked out and threatened to go flip burger somewhere. I don't know. I really don't pretend to know that. But this is a big issue. This is a big mistake at that point there. And especially to have somebody at right tackle who can't pass block. That's an issue. I don't care how good a run blocking you are. If you can't pass block, you can't be a tackle in this league, guys.
No. No.
And if you want to know why I say that, 115 run blocking snaps he's played this year. How many pass blocking snaps would you think that would come out to then?
It'd be probably triple that, no?
288. Yeah.
2.5. Yeah.
That's why he can't do it. You got to move him. You've got to move him. You've got to move him. Just say done. Move it. Done. I don't understand why it's even discussion. He's under contract. If he doesn't want to do it, tell him to piss off. Point blank. You're under contract. Rocks. We're going to put you at guard. You suck at tackles. No offense.
Yeah.
The no offense at the end, you're good to go no matter what. I saw that in Talladega Nights.
Yeah. You suck at what you do.
With all due respect.
Yeah. No offense. You're terrible.
Oh, my God. It's funny because when I was at the game yesterday, there was a whole bunch of Giants, people in Giants gear all lined up in one spot. I was like, oh, curious what's going on. Like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, we're the family of the players. And I'm like, oh, let me get out of this area.
Yeah.
We don't hold back. It ain't personal. It's business, guys. Like, honestly, Evan Neal can be a great guy for all I know. I don't know. I don't pretend to know that. But, if I just sugarcoat it and be that kind of guy here on the show, or if Rob does, it doesn't help y'all listening to know what's actually going on with the team. And this is what it is. He's been a very good run blocker. Let's give him some positive there. He is a horrendous pass blocker.
In a passing league.
In a passing league, when you're the last line of defense. Not going to work out. So, all right. Let's get into the games here. But before we do that, we're going to pay the bills real quick. And then we're going to go through the Monday games. I'm sorry, the Monday games. The Wednesday, Thursday games. So give you the Christmas preview. And then we're going to recap what happened yesterday there. So a lot of games to go over there. So let's pay those bills real quick, though, guys. Oh, yeah.
Enjoying the show? Looking for more goofball action? Consider a membership at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Memberships start at just $5 and give you additional goofball access. One-time support payments also available starting at just $3. Buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs.
And of course, guys, if you want to support the show, you can also support the show by doing a super chat here on YouTube. You can do stars on Facebook or the freeway, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. The big one is the subscribe, especially if you are on YouTube. I'm seeing you watching that screen that hasn't subscribed yet. We see you. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Like I said, really just help us out there. I get it. I don't want to have 10,000 things I subscribe to on my own feed. But listen, we're not 10,000. We're just two giant goofballs. So hit that subscribe there, please. Let's get into the games here. So, like I said, we're going to start off here doing our talk of the Christmas games here to start, because I know we just had games yesterday. We got more games coming. This is that week.
Christmas time is here again.
Happiness and cheer.
Something like that.
I think that's what they say. So yeah, we'll get all excited about Christmas now. So first game we got is the 1:00 game. Chiefs at the Steelers. Steelers are a 2.5 point underdog. and the over-under is 42.5. Who you got, Rob?
I mean, you have to take the Chiefs in this game.
You
They've been playing.
You have the option. You can take the Steelers.
I could take the Steelers. You're right, but the Chiefs have been.
You are your own man, Rob. You do what you want to do.
Damn it, Ricky Bobby.
If I wanted to raise 2 wusses, I'd name him Dr. Quinn, a medicine woman.
The Chiefs have been playing lights out all year. They've been keeping it close. They've been playing tough football. Steelers have too, but the Chiefs is just, yeah.
Is it just me? The Chiefs always feel like they are winning by a field goal.
Just about, yeah. They're always winning by like 4.
Spread, so I'll take the 2.5 point spread. I'm with you.
Yeah, hands down. Same thing.
All right.
And I'm also taking the under.
Taking the under? Okay, that's what I got as well. So 42.5 is the over-under. So we're both doing that there. Again, that's what it is. The Chiefs always win, and they always win close, but they usually win by a field goal. So 2.5 points, yeah, that's the sound move. Take the Chiefs to win. Take the Chiefs to beat the spread. And the under on the points, because it just seems like the Chiefs just can't get it on offense for some reason. And the defense is just bailing them out big time, guys.
So everyone thinks of the Chiefs. They think of Patrick Mahomes. They think of this rock star. Travis Kelce. They think about this high-power offense. Taylor Swift, big times. But they've been running the ball, playing slow, methodical football, and their defense, which the past couple of years have flown on the radar. Like it's one of the top 5 in the league.
Yep.
So yeah, they're just playing slow, mash 'em up football for the past 2 years, and it's working for him, obviously.
Yeah. And there is, I think I saw a stat, and I could be wrong, so I don't have this off the top of my head here, but I think there's 4 teams that haven't scored 30 points this year. It was the Giants, the Raiders, I think it was the Titans, and the Chiefs. The Chiefs were definitely one of the 4 teams. Have not scored 30 points yet. So this defense, you got Steve Spagnuolo for MVP.
Yeah. It's fair enough.
Makes you wonder if he's going to get a head coaching look at the end of the season if he wants it.
Especially if he wants it.
If he wants it. He might just say, screw it, I've done that already. I'm good to be the DC. He's up there in age, I got to imagine now. How old is Spags now?
Can't be that old. He's getting up there, but he's not.
65.
Oh, I guess he's getting up there.
I'm saying he's getting up there. He's getting up there. He'd be one of the older head coaches, that's for sure. Well, you think about it, the first Eli ring was 2007, so it's almost 20 years ago, and that was his first DC job, but he had been a position coach before that, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
All right, next up, we got the Ravens at the Texans. The Ravens are a 3.5 point favorite. There's something about the away team being favorites on Christmas for some reason. Like someone's trying to give them a present when they come over. And it's a 42.5 point over under again with this game as well. So, and listen, guys, I want to root for the Texans because I feel bad for Texans fans after all they went through and everything like that. You saw the horrific injury Tank Dell had, obviously, and I wonder why a guy who's 160 pounds soaking wet got hurt. I'm shocked. But, I mean, it's like they're starting to get a lot of receivers dinged up. And, you got an issue where at this point there, you're running out of options to throw the ball to. I mean, it's at that point. I mean, Tank Dell just got put on the IR today, by the way. So that is official. I haven't heard the official rule, what he got there, but that looked like a really rough injury. I mean, CJ Stroud was literally crying when it happened. And what this is going to allow is Nico Collins is going to be double, triple team because he's your last threat you have at the wide receiver position when you started out with 3 good ones.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it makes the Ravens' job a little easier there on defense, which is where they've struggled, as weird as it sounds. So I'm going to go Ravens. And I am going to over on the points. Just something tells me this is going to be a decent scoring game.
Yeah, I have to. I'm right there with you. All the way.
Are you copying my paper?
It's like I'm cheating after notes. No,
after I can't blame you. Oh,
oh snap! Just like you said, Texans, they have not had the repeat of what they had last year.
No.
Which was a stellar year for them, especially CJ Stroud coming off like being a rookie and like having an incredible turnaround for the Texans.
Yep.
The Ravens have been kind of flying under the radar, if you will, this year.
The Ravendar.
The Ravendar. They're a good team, but no one really talks about how good of a team they are. Everyone talks about how Lamar Jackson's going to be like MVP, this and that, even though it's going to go to the Winter Soldier himself, Josh Allen. But that's besides the point.
That was being called the Winter Soldier. I hadn't heard that one.
Oh, I'm calling the Winter Soldier.
Are you calling it down? Okay, you're locking this down. Okay, I'm like, I hadn't heard.
I'm locking it in. You're playing Buffalo, man. The Winter Soldier. But yeah, the Ravens.
Buffalo Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Buffalo Soldier.
That's what I'm saying. We're add a little reggae to the next year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but Ravens in the over because it's going to be like one of those games like it's going to get a little sloppy. I think for the Chiefs. I'm sorry, a little extra sloppy for it's going to be a little extra sloppy for the Texans.
Sloppy Joes.
And with the Ravens defense, I think it's going to go back and forth. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch down to the end.
Yeah.
So Ravens over.
All right. Now, Deb here says in the comment section, by the way, kneecap dislocated, torn ACL, and quote other things for Dell. Report I read question returning by next season. Yeah. I said that looks like a brutal injury. That really did.
Oh.
Again, the guy is 5'10", 160 pounds. What's his weight even? I had to look that up. But
I think it's like 70.
I keep on saying when they talk about these small guys playing, like you can't do 165. You can't have guys playing that small. Like I understand the corners he's facing are not massive players, obviously, but you still have a 165-pound guy getting hit by a 200-pound guy. You're still giving up a decent percentage of size difference. And that's assuming it's a corner that hits him, not a 215-pound safety or a 240-pound linebacker. Like, you don't know. Like, you can't do that, dude. I was that size in high school. It's bad.
What, 240 or 160?
No, the 160. I mean, I was like 105 my freshman year. I was been 5'10". I was a freaking stick figure, but by the end of it, I was like 160. I mean, it's bad. Like you can't be that size playing. I'm sorry.
I haven't seen 160 since middle school.
As Rocky Fresh said, Deshaun Jackson played like size his whole career, and Devontae Smith. Yeah, there's exceptions to every rule. There is, and let's see what happens with Smith long term. Not trying to wish ill upon him, even though he is an Eagle. I don't like to wish ill upon individuals, just teams I don't like. As you mentioned, actually 2 Eagles, I should say. But listen, Deshaun Jackson was a freak of nature. Let's be very frank about that. Both athletic ability wise and everything. It's just crazy the way he played at his size. But that's not normal.
No, I mean, he's super fast, super strong for his size too.
I mean, you could say Steve Smith, another guy, extremely small. Exceptions to every rule. But 165 pounds, you're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have really trouble keeping healthy on the field when you're playing at that size. And actually, he was 10 pounds heavier. Deshaun Jackson was, by the way.
I was about to say he was like 180, right? 75, I guess you're saying.
75. So yeah. Let's see here. I'm going to look up Devontae Smith real quick size-wise for you guys. 170. So even he's got 5 more pounds on him. Tank Dell is the smallest. Though he also is 6 foot, so he's got a little more height on him too. But like I said, it's a scary thing when you're playing that size difference there. You're giving up a ton of size. All right. Last game we got to talk about. It's in Christmas here. It's day after Christmas. Thursday night football.
Thursday night.
Seahawks. Caw at the Bears. Roar.
Roar.
So the Bears are getting 3.5 in this. Over under is 47 points. Who you got, Rob?
Man, the Bears can't get out of their own way. You got to go with the Seahawks in this one. Seahawks, they're playing for the division. Like, it's a very close
Everybody playing the division. Teams aren't even in that division are still playing for the division.
Well, the NFC West is
how bad the NFC. I'm saying that's how bad the NFC West is. That they're considering realignment mid-season.
Yeah. But it's an important game for them to win.
Yep.
The Bears there's cooked. Seahawks win. Seahawks in the spread, and I'm going to take the under because I don't have faith in the Bears.
You are, stealing my paper.
I don't think the Bears have enough oomph themselves to get over.
We literally got everything the same for all three, which is very rare for us. You and I usually don't agree on everything for a single game, let alone all three.
Yeah.
So that means one of two things is going to happen either, guys. We're going to have a great head start to our weekly point total, or we're going to bomb horrendously both. We'll see, though. But either way, like you said, it'd be a fun time. And it's going to be interesting being on Netflix there because let's not forget what happened to Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight when Netflix was breaking down and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious to see what kind of debacle is going to. Is there an over/under in how many times Netflix shuts down during the game?
How many buffering?
Yeah.
How many butts you going to see?
Oh my god! Oh, that was horrendous. I was like, wait, I do not see that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All righty, guys, let's get into yesterday's games. We're gonna do the recap here for you, the Week 16 recap, and a lot of good games on this. A lot of picks that one person got right. A lot of picks that somebody else did not get right. Not naming any names yet.
I wonder who you're talking about.
Listen, it happens. It happens. You had your 1 week that you crushed me. Now I have my 1 week that I crush you.
Yeah. I got spanked. Turn me sideways.
It's not even over yet. You might get more spanked depending what's going to happen with the game. I don't know where that one's at right now. But we'll go over that at the very end. So, guys, as we've been doing the last couple weeks, we've had a lot of Giants news to give you guys. Plus, we got the picks to give this week as well. We're going to do the abridged version of the recap here. So instead of going specific thoughts in the games, we're just going to literally recap what the final scores were and give you guys also the rundown on what Rob and I did pick-wise on that particular game. So we start off Thursday Night Football. Broncos 27, Chargers 24. Rob and I both had the Chargers to win and to cover the spread there, but we both also had the under. So we each get only 2 points each. So we did not get the over-under. We did not get the trifecta of getting the win, spread, and the over-under because that over-under there. So 2 points for each of us to start off there.
Boo on us. Up next, you had Saturday football. You had the Texans going into Kansas City playing the Chiefs. Chiefs were favored by 3 points in this game, and the over-under was 41.5 points. And the Chiefs didn't quite hit 30, but they got 27-19. Drew and I both took Drew took the Chiefs to win. I took the Texans to win, and then we both took the Texans in the spread. We even drew with the 1 point, and I got 0 because Texans stink. And I did get the over, so giving us 1 points.
Yeah, I say we tied 1-1 on that one there. Then you got the Saturday afternoon game, the Steelers at the Ravens. Ravens win 34-17. This one here, I had the Ravens. So I got the 1 point for that. It was a 6.5 point spread favoring the Ravens. So they did not cover. They did cover. You and I both picked the Steelers, so we didn't get our point there. Over on the 45.5 there. So I got my point for that. So I got 2 points to your no points in that one.
Womp, womp, womp. Up next to in another side of Ohio, you had Cleveland playing the Bengals. Ohio ball. The Bengals were 7.5 point favorites in this game with the over-under at 47 points. And this was a terrible game with the Cincinnati put up 24-6 of the Cleveland Browns. And Drew and you and I both took the Bengals to win this game. We also took the Bengals in the spread. And then you took the under, giving you an extra point, and I took the over.
That gives me 2 extra points. I get the trifecta.
Getting the trifecta.
Oh, yeah. And then you got the game of the week there for people who love bad games. The Giants at the Falcons, the game I was at just yesterday. Still, I can't believe how beautiful that stadium was, by the way. It really was a nice stadium. But the Falcons won 34-7. Oh my gosh. If you want to hear our thoughts in that game, go on to our page. Yesterday's episode is all about that. Mostly just ranting and saying the team sucks.
Pretty much.
Brian. So we both had the Falcons to win. You picked the Giants to cover the 8.5-point spread, but they clearly did not. I did not, so I got the second point there. I picked the over, as did you, for the points. So I got my trifecta because I got all three. You got two. 2 out of 3 is not bad. Meatloaf said it. But in the end, I got 4-2. I win that one.
Womp womp. Up next, you had you had Arizona Cardinals playing the Panthers. Yeah. Weird game, but we both took the Cards to win this game. It was a 4.5 point spread. You took the Panthers in the spread. I took the Cardinals, giving you the 1 point. And then we both took the under in this game. So it was a very, very lackluster game.
Oh, yes, it was.
1 point.
And then somehow our order was different on the sheet than it was on the episode notes here. We have the Eagles at the Commanders. You and I both picked the Eagles to win, to cover. You picked the under. You picked the over. I picked the under. And yeah, it was way over as the Commanders won 36-33. So the only point either one of us got is you getting the 1 point for the over on that one.
Boo. Up next, you had the Detroit Lions.
Round.
It didn't really help me at all this week.
But starting round you won, but so down.
Yeah. You're the Lions going to Chicago playing the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. The Lions were favored.
Where were the Bengals?
They're in Ohio.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh, bye. But the Lions were 6.5 point favorites in this game with the over-under at 48 points. The Lions put a spelunking. They spanked them.
Spelunking? They
spelunked them. They were caved on right down in there.
Wow.
Woo.
That's a new
34-17. We both took the Lions to win this game. We both took the Lions in the cover. You took the over. I took the under. And the rest is history. Giving you another trifecta.
Over. Trifecta. Whoop, whoop. All righty. Next up, we have the Titans at the Colts. Remember the Titans because they lost. The Colts won 38-30 in this one here. So you and I both picked the Colts to win, so we each get a point there. I picked the Colts to beat the 3.5 point spread. You picked the Titans, so I get the extra point there. We both picked the under, so neither one of us gets a point for that one there. So I win that one 2-1.
Womp womp. All right, Rams go into MetLife playing the Jets. Jets were 3.5 point favorites at home, and the over-under was 46.5 points. The Rams beat up on the Jets in the under. It was 19-9. Terrible game. Terrible game. We both took the Rams to win this game. We both took the Rams in the.
I rubbed the Rams and Jets' nose in it, so they know that they did, and they don't do it again.
Yeah. Well, we both got trifectas in this because we both took the Rams to win, the Rams in the cover, and we also took the under because, terrible game. TE error.
Oh, yes. Then we go to the 4 o'clock games. Got the Vikings at the Seahawks there. Vikings won 27-24, a very close matchup there. You'll see, you and I both had the Vikings to win. Though we picked the Vikings in the spread 3 points, which is exactly what it was. It was technically a push, so neither one of us gets a point for that one there. I did get the over point there as did you. So you and I both get 2 points apiece in that one.
Nice. And up next, you had the Patriots going to play the Buffalo Bills and the Winter Soldier himself.
The Winter Buffalo Soldier.
The Winter Buffalo Soldier. So we both took the Bills to win this. The spread in this was 14 points, and I was a little crazy, and I decided to go with the spread with the Bills because they've just been dominating football. But I was wrong. You were right. You took the Pats in the spread, and we both went with the over, which gave us no points there. So 2-1, you, Drew.
There we go. Next up, we got the game of the week, the real game of the week here. The Jaguars at the Raiders. The game that gave
the
us
Raiders
the overall pick there because the Raiders won a game 19-14 there, guys. And You and I both picked the Raiders to win. We both picked him in the spread, so we both got that. We both picked the under. We both got the trifecta. It's a six-factor.
Six-factor.
I don't want to call it what it probably is because I feel like everything that starts the word six is sex. I don't know why. Like sextuplets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to sound bad. So we're calling it six-factor.
Six-factor. All right. Up next, you had San Francisco going into Miami playing the Dolphins.
Welcome to Miami.
Ooh. And the Niners were 1-point favorites on the road.
He's on his head now. He's distracted. He's like, with
the over at 44.5 points. We both took the over in this game, which gave us the point each. I took the Niners. You took the Dolphins to win this game. So you got yourself a nice trifecta, and I got myself a point.
4-1. Whoop, whoop. Next up, we got the game that we both were horrible at. We got the Buccaneers at the Cowboys. So Buccaneers lost. I still can't believe this. Cowboys won 26-24, guys. The team that's actually in a playoff hunt lost to the Cowboys. Absolutely crazy. You and I both picked the Bucs to win. Both picked the Bucs to cover, and we both picked the under. So we get goose eggs all around there. That's a zero. That's a zero factor. It's a zero factor is what that is. So what do we got in the game right now?
We got Monday Night Football going on right now. You got the Saints playing the Packers. The Packers are a 14-point spread in this game with an over-under at 42 points. Just a heads up, the Packers are kicking some major butt right now.
Oh, yes, they are.
I took the Saints. You took the Saints in the spread, but we both took the Packers to win, and I took the Packers against the spread. And I went with the under, you went with the over. So as it sits right now, both, You
got a couple of points back.
I need them. I need it big time.
Right now, with 15 of the 16 games done, I got 12 of the straight up picks right. You got 9. I got 10 of the 15 spread picks. You got 5. I got 8 of the over unders. You got 7. I got 6 trifectas getting the win, the spread, and the over under. You got 2. So right now I'm up 36-23 for this week there. That's a 13-point win. But if this game holds up the way it is right now, you will gain 3 points on me, and it'll be a 10-point win for me instead. We'll see what happens. There's still a lot can go in that game there, guys. That is 12 minutes left in the third quarter, what I see here on a quick Google search there. So, we'll see what happens as that plays on there. So, guys, that's going to be it for us tonight here. We're going to go ahead and start our festivities and drinking our fresh coquito. You ever had that, by the way, Rob?
No.
Oh, you have to try that. It's like a Puerto Rican eggnog. It's absolutely spectacular, dude. It's with coconut instead of like milk. It's like absolutely tremendously good. I'll give you a little tip of how I make mine, even though, listen, I don't pretend to be Puerto Rican. So if you want to get somebody's recipe is authentic, go to somebody who actually is Puerto Rican. But if you want to, the way I've changed it myself, this is going to get me canceled.
Just booze.
No. Captain Morgan makes a holiday spice rum with cinnamon and everything, all that kind of stuff already into it, and like a gingerbread mix one, and that's what I usually make it with. I haven't made it in a few years though, but it's really
nice.
Yeah, I want to say it's gingerbread rum. I'm looking it up right now. That's what they make as. Like I said, it works good because you get the spices already in it of the eggnog stuff. So if you're like me and you like a ton of flavor, you can still spice it. But you get the gingerbread kind of flavoring along with the cinnamon and all that kind of stuff you throw in there. I'm telling you, look up the recipe or talk to somebody if you happen to know somebody who's got a homemade recipe that you know is good, because mine, literally, I've just Googled it each time and figured out how to do it that way and changed the rum for Captain Morgan gingerbread rum. And it works really good. Oh my God, is it good? All righty, guys. I'm getting thirsty now.
I'm a little parched.
That's gonna call it our night for us here, though. We'll be back again. Like I said, we'll be back again for you guys Thursday night. Again, we're skipping Wednesday. We're doing Thursday, Friday instead. So mark your calendars, or hit the bell on YouTube. You'll know for sure then.
Ring that bell.
So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and any other holidays anybody might be celebrating. I always feel back. What do I do nowadays? What do you say nowadays? You're upsetting somebody no matter what. I don't care. Whatever. Merry whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Happy?
Merry something to you guys.
Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa to you. Like, I don't know. Like, whatever. Where's that commercial that did that one time a couple of years ago? It's like one of the cell phone people.
I don't know.
But like I said, we definitely do appreciate all the support you guys have thrown our way. Whether it be just recently or the last 2 years in general, for all the OGs in the room here as well. Like I said, it means a lot to us because there's some of you guys that are on like every episode. Let's be very frank.
Look at you, Dad.
There's plenty of things you could be doing besides watching us two idiots or listening to us in your car on your way to work or whatever. So, it's something we really do appreciate. We don't take that lightly at all. So thank you very much, guys. And like I said, enjoy your holidays. We'll be back again to see you guys Thursday night. As always, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. And there's another one too, isn't there? My favorite, my LinkedIn profile. As always, we are available the next day on all the audio podcast platforms. That is Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon, all the big ones there. So if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe on both options. You can do video, you can do audio, you can do it all. It's so much fun. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Again, Merry Christmas. And as always, Giant fans,
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.